Welcome back to Pokemon Infinite Fusion Hardcore Nuzlocke. This is episode 7, and we only have half of a team. So we start today by fusing Wasn't Worth It and Meteor into Rotop. With all the deaths last episode, it's time for some births. So I hatch the eggs that I've randomly obtained throughout my journey so far. I hatch Omelette, the Togepi, Meat, the Venipede, Explosion, the Noibat, Mysterio, the Hawlucha, and Blah Blah, the Wynot. They're all level 1 and not worth my time currently, so I continue fusing what I already have. I fuse a Kecleon that I caught off screen from a side quest that I named Kamehameha, RIP Akira Toriyama, and me, TBH, into Keclax. And IDK Man fuses with Rainbow to make Anacorio. Yep, this sure is the dream team. Now it's time to go home. We say hi to Mom and get an egg from our sister. I drop the Derek part of the rival's name to just John. Sorry Derek's, I guess John's are just better. It's now time to head south to Cinnabar Island. I take on the trainers along the way to catch the dream team up in levels, and we get our Route 21 encounter. We catch a Zubat of the Sea, Tentacool, and I nickname it Tentafool. Haha, got him. We make it to Cinnabar Island, but before we can make it to land, encounter time, it's another water Zubat. Good riddance. Heading into the Cinnabar lab, we revive the old Amber we got in episode 4 in Aerodactyl, who I nickname Rocky. And I immediately know what to do with him. I grab Rocky and Stump and fuse them together in the Sandy Dactyl. This is definitely one of my favorite fusions I've seen so far. Leaving Cinnabar lab, and Team Rocket is harassing a sailor. He won't let them on the ship without a pass, and them being Team Rocket, they just say they're gonna just take the boat anyway. We'll check back in on them later. That's called a cliffhanger. We're on the Route 20 now for our next encounter, Horsey, who I nicknamed Shrimp. He's only level 15. And into Seafoam Islands for another encounter, Shelter, who I nicknamed Shelly. Better name than trash, am I right? Nothing too interesting in Seafoam Islands right now, so we head back to the island and enter the Pokemon Mansion for, surprise, another encounter. We get a Coughing, probably the worst Pokemon in here honestly, and name him Smokey. We make our way through the honestly pretty standard Pokemon Mansion, doing the same things we would do in Basic Kanto, until we reach Blaine, who's going to meet us at his gym so we can get our next badge. But before we do that, let's resume our Team Rocket story. Entering the dock house, the sailor is there alone, boatless. Team Rocket stole it. He says they headed south towards Mount Ember in the Sevi Islands. We hop in the water ourselves and give chase in the offshore road. I don't see any roads, but what I do see is another encounter. It's Tentacool, Trash V3. I make my way south through the torrential labyrinthian currents until I hit the calmer waters of Kindle Road. Before I make my way to Mount Ember, we make another new friend today, Persian, and I call her Kit Kat. One final thing before our Mount Ember arrival, Rocky evolves in the Palidactyl. I love this thing. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, we've reached our destination of Mount Ember. Please remain seated and buckled while we get our next encounter, Machoke. Machoke's sprite alone deems her name become Y for the rest of eternity. We fight countless rocket grunts as we tear our way through Mount Ember, getting deeper and deeper until we reach the core of the volcano. At long last, Moltres, the third and final legendary bird. See how majestic it looks, flying over the lava menacingly, unaware that it is about to become something much, much greater than itself. But this mighty beast will not lend us its power willingly. This is where the Master Ball comes in handy. Of course, if it's anything like the other two, it should make quick work of that. Very well. Let us not waste any more time then. I believe we have all that's needed now. Capture this beast at once. We hear a Pokeball successfully capture a Pokemon in the distance. We fight more Rocket Grunts trying to get down to where Giovanni is. Yes, as I predicted, Moltres was no match for the Master Ball. Just like the other two. Speaking of which, now would be a good time to bring them out. And now is the moment that we have been working towards all this time. This is the moment that Team Rocket rises to previously unreachable heights. Shall we do it now, boss? Yes, it is the time. Use the 3 legendary birds! Using the 3 legendary birds? This is serious. But what's even more serious is this cliffhanger I'm leaving you off on. We have to fight Blaine. Don't worry, I haven't fought the legendary bird fusion yet or anything, so make sure you subscribe so you see that legendary battle as soon as it's uploaded. Gym time now. Blaine is going to be a 4v4 battle. We bring in, like the video, Meteor, me TBH, and Rocky. Blaine leads off with Glue Dash, who immediately sets up Solar Beam. I hit with Flamethrower for about half HP. Solar Beam connects for just under half, and another Flamethrower takes out Glue Dash. Blaine's next Pokemon is Magdon, who I hit with Surf and barely missed a KO. We get hit by Hammer Arm. Blaine uses a full restore, but Surf is able to take out Magdon from full HP. Next out is Chardackle, who kidnaps like the video. Chardackle hits Skydrop, and my heart sinks into my butt. We hit with Surf and barely missed a KO. Switching into me TBH, and he gets crunched. He takes one more crunch before critting with Slash and taking out Chardackle. I switch into Rocky for Blaine's Ace Mon 9-9. 9-9 Fire Fangs for under half, and we hit back with an Earth Power that takes 9-9 into the yellow. Another Fire Fang, but this one was a crit. It takes out Rocky in one of the most unlucky turns I've ever seen. I send out Meteor, who takes a Fire Fang, and responds with a Shockwave to take out 9-9. Win the battle, and get us our 7th gym badge. I'm getting real sick of doing this, but we head to the Pokemon Center, and we put Rocky to rest. R.I.P. Rocky, we hardly knew ya. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for the legendary Triple Fusion battle.